What's up, posers? This is No Solution. I'm Scott. And this is a response to Maddox's Deep Shadows. I was pretty offended by his last video where he was making fun of people being manly and wearing shades and talking exclusively about war metal. I've kind of hidden that side of myself, but I think it's time I let it out. I'm only into the manliest music. I mean, check out what I'm wearing here. Check out all those pentagrams. I got one here. I got one here. The only problem with this hoodie is there aren't quite enough pentagrams on it. Got some inverted crosses. Satanic War Master. Pretty manly band, I think everyone could agree. Even still, it's a little soft for me, but it's really hard to find stuff that really connects to the deeply masculine music that I really enjoy. Archgoat, they're all right, if you want to just kind of chill out to something mellow. My favorite Archgoats are not the demos, but there's some super underground, unreleased rehearsals that were only released on Reel to Reel, and only to the true hardest of the hard got those. So that's the Archgoat I jam daily. Blasphemy, obviously, but I find Fallen Angel of Doom kind of a little too tame, a little too easy on the ears, so that the posers can get in on it. So what I like to do, I got a really shitty cassette deck, 2 of them actually, and I dub it about 6 to 7 times. Like a 7th generation tape is about right there where all that tape hiss and background noise just really gets it right where I want to be, right in the fucking manliest area you can be, so that you can barely hear it. So that's where I'm coming from. And any of you posers who think you listen to metal, you're nowhere near as metal as me, or other people who wear shades and talk about how manly they are. So I'm thinking of rebranding this channel. I don't know. Let's see. How about in praise of really hard men? How about that? That's pretty good, right? That really shows that masculine energy, the toughness that only the truest of the true metalheads can attest to. In praise of rock hard, sweaty, vascular men. That's another one I've been thinking about. So, any of you posers don't even bother to comment, because I won't even listen to you. But any of you guys who know where it's at, let me know what is the most masculine channel name I could possibly pick. While we're talking about that poser, Matt, he was showing this fucking band His Infernal Majesty. Ooh, wow. So scary, so evil. And I don't know why, but I have a bunch of their albums sitting here, so I just wanted to, show what I'm talking about, what a bunch of pussies they are. Check this out. Their first album, Greatest Love Songs, Volume 666. Look at that little freak show. I mean, come on. He's not manly. I mean, he's got more pussy than I've ever dreamed about, but he's not a man. Come on. And then, we move on to the second album, Razorblade Romance. What the hell is that? Come on. That's not manly at all. I want to see big bulging pecs. Somebody's been in the gym clanging and banging. Oiled up, preferably. And this version here has a bonus live disc. I don't know why I have this. I think someone must have planted it to try to downgrade my manliness. The third album, Deep Shadows and Brilliant Highlights. Look at him there, holding his little cigarette. Cigarette. Real man smokes cigars. Poser. And then we got this one. Look at that. That's no pentagram. I think they call it a heartogram. Bunch of pushy shit, if you ask me. This one's called Love Metal, and it's probably my favorite. I mean, I hate this one too. This one sucks shit, as they all do. This one, and Love Said No. This is a greatest hits with a couple extra new songs on it. Man, just looking at that freaking poser just makes me want to listen to my 7th Generation Blasphemy tapes. This one, Dark Light, it came in this fucking bag. And look at that, Best Buy. Like, what kind of poser, what kind of canoe would buy something at Best Buy? Are you kidding me? But here's the album. And then we've got, what's this? Venus Doom. Whatever. It's supposed to be arty. I mean, if you want some real art, how about like a jacked up wrestler, like maybe Brock Lesnar on the front of that, flexing, showing his steroid belly. Maybe that would be a bit more manly. What do you think, guys? And then this freaking thing, I mean, come on, what the fuck? It's a singles collection. So it's a box here, opens up. And we got a bunch of like cardboard sleeves with the singles that were released, with some unreleased songs. I mean, it's just a picture of poserdom. Look, that's just his nips. What the fuck? I mean, maybe if he was a little more jacked, I would be into that. But come on. And these, a lot of them have like single edits and whatnot, some live tracks. Are you kidding me? I mean, who would listen to that? Apparently that Matt poser would. I mean, one's worse than the next, right? I can't decide which is the most feminine of them. So I don't know, man. Matt, I mean, I guess you like what you like, bro, but you're not a man in my eyes. So that's His Infernal Majesty. All right, I can't. I was gonna try to do a little video like this. I can't do it. That was my big idea, is to show my hymn collection and run it down. But yes, I enjoy this band quite a bit, and Matt, I really enjoyed your commentary on the kind of people I was trying to emulate. So there's that. I wanted to go through a couple of shows I went to, and that'll be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the nonsense there. If you were offended, I don't know, maybe you should be offended. So I saw Sabbat in Chicago a couple weekends ago at Not Quite Metal Threat Fest. If you haven't been following the whole story, Metal Threat Fest took place last year outside Chicago, and the second edition was set for this year. They had booked Horna and Destroyer 666 among a lot of other great bands, and the venue, I think they had a change of ownership, and someone got their panties in a twist about those two bands. So I really respect the guy who puts it on. Is it Paul? I don't remember. Rather than just get rid of those bands and have the fest anyway, he said, no, fuck you. He tried to move it, but couldn't find a suitable venue. So it's postponed till next year. However, some of the bands, overseas bands, were still coming in for this year. So he decided to have like a mini version of the fest, and he called it Not Quite Metal Threat Fest. So it took place on Friday, Saturday, and a Sunday. I bought a ticket for the Saturday and Sunday because Sabbat, Abigail, and who was the other one that I really wanted to see? Shit, I remember now. There were three bands I still really wanted to see, Sabbat being the big one. And so I bought a ticket for the Not Quite Metal Threat Fest for Saturday and Sunday. As happens with these things, bands drop out. Abigail dropped out. And so really Sabbat was the only band I really was that excited about. Sinister. Sinister was supposed to play. They were supposed to headline on Sunday. and they dropped out. So I decided rather than getting a hotel, I would just do Saturday. So drove in, immediately became my father because years ago my dad would bitch about going to Chicago for any reason. And I would kind of laugh at him like, you old, stupid old man. I'd love to go in Chicago. I would go to Chicago when there was no shows, just if I had a day off and nothing going on, just to go record shopping and stuff. I loved it. But it's over. My old man status, I can't do it anymore. This fest, I hadn't really paid attention because it had moved so many times. I thought it was out in the burbs until like the day I was leaving. I looked, I was like, oh shit, it's right in the city. And it was fucking right in the city. Fucking bullshit traffic. The road it was on was a busy road with, street parking, but like for 2 hours. So I had to like park my car, go in, and then come back out and move my car within the 2 hours. It was fucking nonsense. Whatever. Also, while I'm bitching about it, well drink. I didn't like the gin. They had Tanqueray gin. I'm not into that. So I said, just give me the well, whatever. So a well drink was $14 fucking for like a plastic cup this big. So, as being a true degenerate, I was like, fuck that. And I ended up going, when I moved my car, I parked it next to a liquor store. I went in there and they had like frickin', vodka pre-mixed drinks for like $1.50 each. I was like, I bought a couple of those. I was like, yeah, I'll just come have a drink in my car. That's fine. So anyway, went in there, saw the first few bands, or at least parts of them. They're fine, like Wastelander, Lethal Shock, and I think Dead Night was the other one. They're fine, but nothing I got all that excited about. Also playing that night were Witch Trap, who I've seen before, and I, are really good, and Power from Hell, who I like enough, but nobody I would have made a trip to see, right? So saw Witch Trap, they were good, as usual. But I gotta say, Power from Hell really impressed me. I thought they were like kind of the unsung, or maybe not unsung, but they were the dark horse for me of the night. Like I was gonna see them because they're from Brazil, I don't know, South America somewhere, and I knew I wouldn't get a chance to see them a lot. So, but they were freaking awesome and had a great set. Ended with cover of Return of Darkness and Evil from Bathory. That was really cool. And then Sabbat came on, and this is the only album I'm going to show besides the hymn. The new Sabbat album, Sabbat Occult, and this is the Iron Pegasus version that is in English. Nuclear War Now has the Japanese version that I believe might only be on vinyl right now. I'm not sure, but I mean it's the same music, so. I think they might have played one thing off this, maybe. I'm not sure. Nah, maybe they didn't. But Sabbat played for like an hour and basically played all the songs you'd want to hear. Blackfire, Myon's Hill, Evil Nations, Satan Bless You, stuff like that. Charisma. So my only time seeing Sabbat, and it was awesome. They played for like an hour, and I've heard this said. I don't remember where I read it, that this may be the last Sabbat full length, and they're getting up there. They're like, I think Ghazal is in his 60s, and so that was kind of that was why I wanted to go, because I don't know if they'll ever come back here. Being as they're kind of like winding it down. So yeah. Very, very happy to see Sabbat. Whiplash was playing after that. No disrespect to anybody, but Whiplash was never my thing. So I just kind of took off and went home because I'm old and lame. So that was that. Kind of not really hugely attended. I would say it was a nice place, decent size venue, but I would say, 400 people. So, hopefully all the people who had tickets to the real Metal Threat Fest kept them, so that can go on as planned for next year with Horna and Destroyer 666 and a lot of the other bands that were supposed to be there. What was the other thing? Oh, I made a post about me reaching peak misanthropy because I had laughed at a homeless man outside the Panopticon show. So I guess we'll go. I saw Panopticon Friday, right in Grand Rapids, which is right where I work, so very convenient. Got there early, so to make sure to catch the Glorious Dead, Marty's death metal band, Marty Worm of the Heavy Metallurgy channel. So Marty was quite popular, so I waited for him not to be busy, just so I could say hi and talk to him for a minute. So that was cool. After watching him on YouTube for so long, it was cool to say hi in person. And the Glorious Dead were really good. And then the next two bands were kind of not to my taste, so at that point, I went across the street to a place called Stella's that has really good hamburgers, and went there and got something to eat. And did that, came out, and I was standing outside having a cigarette, and this man approached me and starts with the patter. Starts with blah, 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 blah. There's something cancer, something. And kept saying something about he had a port in his chest, and he would like pull down his shirt, kind of, but not. I mean, like, he was going to show me, but he didn't show me nothing. He did that like 2 or 3 times. And in his hand, he had this little booklet that was very worn and dirty, and he kept flipping through it, like he wanted me to look at it, but I couldn't really even see what it was. And I know we're getting to the the final closing, and I was like, I wasn't having it, and I was like, dude, I don't know, I don't have any money. I'd already been hit up for money like 3 times standing out there, not the greatest area of town. I just said, hey man, I don't have any money. You want to smoke? He goes, a smoke? That's the last thing I need. And he starts cursing at me, and that was when I burst out laughing. I was just like, all right, dude. I need to work on that pitch if you're going to just start getting mad and screaming at me, because that's not going to make me give you money. So then he storms off about 15 feet to these 2 young girls standing outside the bar. And then he starts in with that. He starts in with the thing, and then then they're not having it. And he looks back at me and points and goes, "Don't be like that, Joker." I just laughed again. And then they laughed, and then he stormed off, and then I as I walked by them, I was like, "Yeah, don't be like me. give him money. I'm sure he needs it." So that was my laughing at the homeless person. It's not as bad as I made it seem. I don't think. Like, I thought it was pretty ridiculous pitch. Like, if you just came up to me and said, "Hey man, can I have $5? I want to buy a bottle of wine," I probably would have given it to him. But this whole song and dance, I'm not into it. So anyway, went back in, saw Panopticon. Panopticon was great, and I had never seen him before, so that was really cool. And that was the end of my night. Went home. So that's it for this one, you guys. Again, hope you enjoyed the my attempt at comedy, and I guess, as always, CM Punk is a piss baby. Later.